all through your stereo. Get you through any scenario. So bump this in your headset. You ain't even gotta take a drug test. Fuck work, but I'ma go. Fuck work, but I'ma go.
Yo, Jenna,
Yo.
are you parlaying or are you partying?
Hey. Hey.
I am so done.
I don't know why that song goes so hard, bro.
I'm so done, bruh. Black folk
It
kill
goes
me.
so hard. Man, let me tell you, Cardi B better make sure she get her royalties for that song.
Right. If she
But I
hasn't
am
already.
back to your question. No, I am practicing social distance because it's getting really real out here. Folks out here catching the Rona,
The Rona.
and I just want to have a summer. So I am obeying Trump
I'm so
and and what my mayor Keisha is telling us to stay in our homes. Go out for the essentials.
right. And thank you
But
for your services to all our essential employees because
yes,
we are absolutely nothing without y'all going to work every day and risking your lives while we sitting at home or violating being at home or complaining about being at home, and you guys would probably rather be at home with your families. However, you
yes,
chose a career that was life or death and you're having to really
mhm,
come face to face with that. So I just want
yes,
to say I appreciate you. I know Jenna and the full Footwork podcast team appreciate y'all for what you do.
yes. From the nurses to the doctors to the Target
Teachers,
employees, the teachers,
daycare
MARTA
workers,
transportational,
yes,
people who drive like
logistics,
MARTA,
grocery store
the
employees.
liquor store. Like,
Yes.
we appreciate every single one of you guys because even though people are here going crazy, y'all are like gonna get y'all blessings 10 times fold, like for real.
And
Like 10 times fold, like for real, for real.
so why
It's a
y'all
blessing.
saying,
Like,
oh, go ahead.
I forgot what I was about to say. I was just about
It's a
to put on
blessing
some
coming your
work.
way.
Oh, it's a blessing that we have people that, like you said, dedicate their lives to saving other lives. You know,
Yes.
because I have nurse friends and they be working
Right. Me
for
too.
real.
My sister-in-law's a nurse. And I just be
Yep.
telling her like I would really appreciate her, especially like our flight attendants and things of that sort. Like we just want to,
Mhm.
we just appreciate y'all. And so for those of you that are out of work, that was the reason of us having this state of the podcast. Today is just to be able to inform those of you that have either been laid off, your hours have been cut, you're now on part-time status, or you don't even know where your job will be by April 30th. You may still be working, but things are just being a little bit weird, right? So
Right.
fortunately enough,
Super.
Trump and Congress have all collectively come together to sign a $2 trillion economic relief plan. The first question was
Thank
always,
you.
where the hell y'all find $2 million? But okay.
To
Um,
yeah, I, that's where I wanted. That's where I wanted to start that off with. Where did y'all get this money? Like, did y'all have this like in a pot of gold, like in a pot that the leprechauns hide in? Because if y'all got this much money, it's a lot of stuff we could have did. You could have, canceled my
right.
whole student loan debt. But beggars can't be choosers. Go ahead and continue.
But no, you good. So
Go ahead and continue.
yeah, we want to know where the $2 trillion is coming from. But anyway, to offer assistance to tens of millions of American households affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Its components include stimulus payments to individuals. So we all know about that Trump stimulus check that doubles Bush stimulus check.
Mhm.
For those of y'all that got Bush stimulus check, I know I did. It expanded unemployment coverage, which we'll talk about that, student loan changes, and different retirement account rules as well. So just jumping right in kind of in regards to the unemployment coverage is there was 3.3 million Americans that filed for unemployment insurance within this
Mm.
this month. If
Mm.
that's not crazy, I don't know what. And I was telling my mom, like, that's really not that bad if you think about it. 3 million, three
Now
point
when
three
it's the
million people.
highest,
I mean, it is
now when
the
it's the
highest.
highest that it's ever been.
That is the highest. Um, so to answer some of your questions in regards to it, will eligible unemployed people get this stimulus check like veterans? So everybody gets the stimulus check. Even if you're unemployed, you get it. But even if you're getting unemployment benefits, you also get the stimulus check too. Unless you didn't meet the criteria for stimulus, then you're not getting stimulus. But with the unemployment, it is included for self-employed people and part-time workers as well, right? So self-employed meaning if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you don't have any employees. If you have employees, your employees can also file for unemployment. You can file unemployment, especially if your business isn't making any money right now. Those who are unemployed are partly unemployed or cannot work for a wide variety of coronavirus related reasons will be more likely to receive benefits. So it says, how much would you receive? It definitely depends on your state. The average worker earns about $1,000 a week, and unemployment benefits often replace roughly 40 to 45% of that. So basically, what they're saying, like the max benefits in Alabama is $275. I think it's $310 or $330 in Georgia. Is the max. It's either $310 or $330 in the state of Georgia.
A
In
week,
a week, and in
right?
California,
Mhm.
a week. In California, it's $450. So what they're also doing is, okay, let's say state of Georgia says $330. The federal government passed the bill to where they're going to give an extra $600 on top of
Mhm.
that. So for the state of Georgia, you get what, 910 or 930, depending upon what the unemployment is. So $900 a week. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's not even including the stimulus check that
That
you're gonna
ain't
get.
even including that one-time stimulus check. So 900 a week for 13 weeks, and they're also extending how long
Yep.
it is. So if you're
39
self-employed,
weeks.
you're a freelancer, you can file for unemployment. So shouts out to entrepreneurs being able to get some coins in this season if they're not surviving.
Mhm.
Benefit
Yep.
amounts will be calculated based on the previous income using a formula for the Disaster Unemployment Assistance Program. Self-employed workers will also be eligible for the additional 600 weekly benefits provided by the federal government. So it says part-time workers. Let's see.
Oh, and it's lasting up to the
Oh yeah.
unemployment is ended July 31st too.
Oh.
I wonder if yeah, I wonder if like if this goes any longer, like praying that it's not, like would they have to create another bill to extend it even more? Even though they're saying that it shouldn't go past this, because they was talking about for the stimulus checks
Right.
that it like we don't need no second round of stimulus checks, but you don't even know how long it's about to be for.
Right. So what they would do is just attach an amendment to it. Basically, they would just
Okay.
amend the bill like they amend everything else. Just to go back and say, okay, we need to extend, put an extension in there for this blah 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 deadline. Um,
Cool.
so it also says, what if I have COVID-19 or need to care for a family member? You're also protected and can get unemployment. So if you're
Yep.
if you have a job but you can't work because you either have it or you have a family member that you need to take care of that do have it, then you also are covered. What if my child's school daycare is shut down? You are eligible as well.
Yep.
Um, what if I've been advised by a healthcare provider to quarantine myself because of the exposure to coronavirus? You're also eligible.
It's
So
lit.
even for those of you that started a new job, you're eligible for benefits. Like if you start a new job
Yep.
and now you get there and because of an outbreak, so basically you were laid off from your new job, you get it as well.
And if you quit your job, but it has to do more with the coronavirus, you just didn't quit just because you quit. But if you had some type of childcare issues or something like that,
Right.
you're eligible as well. But it has, to, of course, have to do with COVID-19, not
Right.
because they ain't paying you enough. What else?
Yeah, so
I think you
basically
really
everybody
cover everything.
I just tell everybody, even if you are working, I just tell everybody to file for unemployment. I mean, like I said, the only thing they can do is tell you no.
Yep.
So they say many states already
Yeah.
provide 26 weeks of benefits. Though some states have trimmed that back while others provide a sliding scale tied to unemployment levels. The bill provides all eligible workers with an additional 13 weeks. So participants in states with 26 weeks will be eligible for a total of 39 weeks. But the
Yeah.
state of Georgia only allows you for 12 weeks.
I
So now
think
you
it
get
is 12.
and so now you get an additional 13 weeks. So now you got 25 weeks to be on unemployment. But the extra 600 will last up to 4 months, covering weeks of unemployment ending July 31st.
Yep. I mean, they really came through with this new bill.
And if you're already on unemployment, they're gonna give you them extra
You
six
could
hundred
still
dollars.
get that extra money if you're unemployment. Yep.
Yep.
Y'all just better, check with y'all state website for your unemployment and go ahead and get, because I think you can do it. You can file for unemployment now. And
Yep.
so I suggest if
File and go
anybody
ahead and start claiming, that you've been sitting there
right
looking for
now.
jobs all day. The last few things is that even if your unemployment recently ran out, you can sign up again. Even if you just recently exhaust your unemployment, you can sign up again. So don't think like that's why I said just don't count yourself out. Let the government count you out, and then go from there.
Right. That was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
So they
To dumb
even
it all
have
down though.
waiver that you wait 1 week. They give you, the government gives you a 1 week waiting period to before they give you your check. Like you have to claim a week, and then that following week you can then get your check. So you have to wait like put 2 weeks, like a week in a hole for the government, and then they pay you. They're trying to waive that and just go ahead and start paying people.
Yeah. Like
So that's
ASAP.
good. The unemployment, I'm okay. I see Trump trying to get voted back in.
Girl.
The next benefit, the next part to that is the emergency coronavirus bill expanding FMLA and granting paid leave.
The Family First Coronavirus Response Act. So your president Donald Trump, not the same
Trump.
Trump. On last Wednesday, he signed a bill to expand family and medical leave, as well as a guaranteed paid sick leave for certain U.S. workers, including those employed by private entities or individuals who employ fewer than 500 employees.
Right.
Also, the U.S. Senate passed a bill titled the Family First Coronavirus Response Act. This is the first time they passed this act, and it's going to take effect April 1st, and it's basically going to end December 31st, 2020. Um,
Jeez.
yeah, 2020. So a lot of small businesses, have been impacted by this pandemic, um, this global pandemic. They're not able to pay their employees. They're not able to, gain any revenue. So I really think this was a good thing that they passed for those small business owners. But
Right.
the caveat for that, if you have less than 50 employees, you won't be able to take advantage of this new act, but you are able to get a credit, a tax credit for your
Right.
business, and able to pay out your employees if you have less than 50, which is also a good thing too. Um, so your business won't go under, or your employees won't be out here struggling, because everybody is struggling right now. Like everybody is struggling.
Right. From the
It's
six
just,
figure folks to the $6 folks, everybody's
yeah,
out here struggling, yo. I mean,
yeah.
the
Someone.
FMLA, like being able to use, because what's happening is that if you don't have paid leave, you can, or you're having to take care of somebody with the COVID-19, or you have
Mhm.
COVID-19, you can take your FMLA. And now
Yep.
with this, it's extended it longer past the 12 weeks, which helps those because you now don't know how long you need to be in quarantine, right? And it
Right.
protects your job for longer than 12 weeks as well. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yep.
need to, and you can also use this if your children's school is closed. If your daycare providers aren't taking care of the kids or anything of that sort, you can use your FMLA for that because you're having to take it's family medical leave. So if you got to take care of your family, then you can use FMLA to be out for that time. So I thought
Yep.
that was really, really dope. Um,
Yeah.
for them to allow that because so many people, because all the schools are closing, and Alabama, they're not even going back to school. You know what I'm saying? How can you make money?
Right.
And
So the bill
they're making
also.
it. Go ahead.
What you about to say?
Go ahead.
Oh, you must forgot.
Yeah, I did.
No, I was just gonna say the bill also mandates the employers with fewer than 500 employees to provide paid sick time to their workers. This applies to the workers if is sick with or have been quarantined with the COVID-19 or experiencing symptoms of the disease, or need medical attention, or they need care for their child. The full-time employees are entitled to 80 hours of such sick leave, while part-time employees are entitled to time equal to the number of hours they work on an average over a 2-week period.
Right.
Um, and it doesn't carry over from this year. So, like with my current full time job, we did get those additional. All of the hourly associates did get those additional paid
Did they
sick
take it out
time.
your vacation time and make it sick leave,
Def
or they just gave y'all
Nope,
extra?
it's the extra. So all the full time got an extra 80 hours on top of the sick time we already get, and the
Ooh.
vacation time is not even included in this. And the part timers got the 40 hours. This is just off GP. This is not
Right.
if you have COVID. It is not if you have to be quarantined or nothing like that. Now with the trap house, they also are paying part time and full time. Of course, salary is already going to get paid, but for the part time, they are doing the average of how many hours
You normally
you
work.
work for. Yeah, that you normally work for 8 weeks. So I thought that was really cool too, because
That
normally like during
was.
yeah, like normally doing like snow apocalypse or something like that, they normally don't pay part timers. They normally just pay like full time, non exempt, employees. So I really thought that was
Right.
cool too. But yeah, so I know a lot of companies that are doing additional things for their employees to help them. But I'd have somebody did slide in RDM to kind of vent about what their particular job was doing. So they basically, the CEO, I'm not gonna say the company, of course, but their CEO volunteered um their whole paycheck, like their whole 100% pay.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he volunteered every salary exempt person 10% of their pay to the end of the year. When she told me that, I was like, is that legal? I was like,
Right.
no, you need, like, when I heard that, I kind of just like, who are you to tell me to give 10% of my paycheck? Granted, it, like, they do have people that work in their company that are contractors, you know, they're merchants and stuff like that, and, you know, basically they've been laid off, but they do have options. How you know that I can afford to give up 10% of my paycheck to the
Right.
end of the year? Like, that's crazy, but I did, you know, tell her, like, you know, just keep your head up and just know that you make sure that wherever this 10% is going, that is going to help someone. And you just gonna get that blessing at the end. Like, granted, like 10%, depending on how much you make, that's a little chunk. That could
Right.
be a whole car note. That could be your whole car note gone.
Right. I
So I
mean,
just
you
thought
just
that was
with
crazy.
what's going on in the world right now, you need that 10%. But then it goes back to just filing that unemployment. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
They
that's
can't
what
make
I
the
told her.
pay to
That's what I
kind
told her.
of, yeah,
I
to
said, even though
pivot.
you still gonna be working, girl, try to file for unemployment, because 10% of your check is gonna be you partially employed if they're gonna
Right.
deduct 10% of your check. Either it's gonna be yes or no. And then they was like, they can withdraw from their 401k with no penalties.
Mm.
Now I told them that's cool, even though 401, we ain't even gonna get on 401k right now. We're not even gonna talk about
Right.
that, because I mean, how
I just am
beneficial, but
advising people it's too late to take it out. I wouldn't touch it right now. If
don't
anything, I would
don't
still
take it out.
I would still contribute, but I would contribute at the minimum. Like what I used
Yep.
to do. So I would tell y'all, like, I was hit hard in the 2009 recession. So I had my 401k at the company that I was working with. I had been there 5 years at the time. So of course my company was matching me at 50%. So it was a really good thing. And I think at that time I may have had like $4,000 in it, and I was dropped down to like two in the matters of
Yeah.
like a month. And so I stopped
Yeah.
contributing, but they told me I should at least just do $5 to at least keep it stable. And of course, once the market came back up, it shot me right back up. But
Yeah.
if I can advise anybody with your 401k, just give, just a little, just to keep it stabilized, so you aren't just,
But
missing super big chunks of it. But do not take it out. It's too late.
do not early withdraw. But I mean, they gotta think about it. Like, yes, I looked at mine and it drastically went down, but I'm just saying, like, y'all know the market's gonna come back up. So
Right.
it
It's
ain't nothing.
already coming back up.
Yeah, it's already coming back up. Like, what you missed a month, it's not a day-to-day basis. Like, you missed a month, like, you'll be all right. You
Yeah.
will be all right with that, because you're not retiring tomorrow and you're not retiring next year.
Right.
So I just think people shouldn't be panicking about that. Yes, it is a difference, but we know that the economy is going to get its shit together. So I don't feel like it's a big deal, but it is a big deal. We know this is not about to be, hopefully. Hopefully this won't be like years and years of work. Like, we go ahead and nip this in the bud and we be outside in June. So we're just gonna
Right.
keep hope alive, and, like, remember, like Natasha said, do not do no early withdrawals unless you just, and this is the last resort. Like, the last resort is 401k. Remember, you always got your unemployment and you getting these stimulus checks.
That's right.
Yeah, so that should be y'all guys' last resort, is withdrawing from your 401k, because that penalty, baby, no. We ain't gonna do that. We had kind of got off. But yeah, don't do it. Just keep calm.
I mean, that's super important because a lot of people don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when it comes to 401k, it's still a benefit, it's still HR, because that's something that we talk about. Like, with all of this, I always say consult with the companies that you have your 401ks in. They can advise you better than your HR representatives, because of
Right.
course diving inside of the actual benefit and what the company, every company is different. Every
Yep.
company will advise you different.
That's different.
If you
Yep.
have not made a relationship with your business benefit advisor, then you need to start doing that now, because when crisis like this comes up, they already know how you move. They already know why you're investing, why you're trying to keep up with your 401k. So they can best advise you, in times like this. So I just say be careful with, those type of things. But yeah, it's definitely something you brought that up. That was really good.
And also, if I know a lot of us, we have our rich friends, and we do have connections. Like y'all went to school with some of these accountants and everything. See if you can find a financial advisor, and they are well educated in this raw 401k. I know y'all got y'all a 401k. I mean, financial advisor that you went to school with, you graduated with, that you follow on Instagram or Facebook. And I'm pretty sure, like, in this time, they would definitely give you advice, on what you should do. So
Right.
definitely do your research on that. But yeah, that's super, super important. Especially when you work hard to, that money is coming out your account, is basically going to a whole nother savings account. So yeah, it's really important. But we're gonna be okay, y'all. Y'all don't be panicking about this 401k. We're gonna be okay.
Right.
We're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be all right. So
Okay.
y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to have this state of the podcast. If y'all have any questions, y'all can slide our DMs. Y'all can email us fckworkpodcast@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Tell a friend to tune in, get this information. Like, we love to have a good time, but make sure you get this information. This stuff is so, 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 so important. And y'all know where to reach us. We'll be back for season 5.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have another thing to say too. Even though, we make joke about, like, what's going on in the world, but we do take this very, very seriously.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, we have to find our own way to cope with this.
Right.
And a lot of people cope with things differently. With us,
Right.
with all of us, like, a lot of us, want to see that funniness to the side, because I know, like, when I see a funny meme, that just makes my day.
Right.
Granted, people are unfortunately passing away from this, but for our mental health, we have to make sure that we are making sure we're assuring ourselves that everything is going to be okay. Like, we can't be so uptight about what's going on. Like, yeah, we try to, try to cater to everyone, and, like, some people enjoy the funny meme. I know I personally do, because it helps me take my mind off of everything that is going on right now.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to say, because I know I've seen a lot of people saying it's not funny, all this other stuff. You just don't know what other people are going through, granted.
Right.
But we can only speak for ourselves.
Right.
And I know how my mind is, and I want to make sure that I'm not getting, stagnant to this
right.
COVID-19. Like, I want to see the funny shit, because that makes me laugh. That makes me like, okay, everything's gonna be okay eventually, y'all. Like, we got to stay
It's
prayed
a little bit of hope.
like, for real. Yes, just a little bit of hope. Like, that's all we need. But I just had to say that, because I'm tired of the uptight people saying y'all taking this as a joke. No, we're not taking it as a joke. We're just trying to make light of the situation.
Right.
It was crazy.
Right.
I
agree.
But yeah, that's my little vent for the 99-2000. But yeah. But yeah, make sure y'all fuck with us. Fuck with us a long way. We here for y'all. If y'all need to vent, slide in our DM. We are here. We ain't got nothing else to do. Social distancing, baby.
Right. That's it.
That's it.